I don't need to drink or do any of the drugs because I'm high on life. That's right. I'm high on life and I'm better than everybody. You guys might as well call me Jesus from now on, huh? I'm better than everybody.
I've been following Squanch Games for a while now. Playing Accounting, Accounting Plus, and Trover Saves the Universe have been some of my more memorable experiences in gaming. So when High on Life, an FPS developed by Squanch Games, was announced, I was really excited. However, people online have been talking about if this game is really good or not. A lot of the discussion revolves around the comedy in the game, and I'll be the first to say that Justin Roiland's comedy has always been either hit or miss for me. Some jokes really hit hard, and like others, we can go on for too long. My most memorable example of his comedy has to be the State of Georgia versus Denver Fenton Allen trial script being read out loud by him. You probably already watched it, but when I first saw it, it really had me going. Justin Roiland's jokes are the epitome of class clown comedy. Either it's so funny that you'll be quoting it forever, or so bad that it can be annoying to listen to. That's basically his style of comedy. Long, unhinged rants surrounding weird characters. Either the characters are doing weird unhinged stuff, or they are making you do weird unhinged stuff. Shoutouts to Sake Pebbles, or Zach Hadel, co-creator of Smiling Friends, for starring in this, probably the funniest part about the game. Regardless though, as I was playing the game, I found less of the comedy and more of the gameplay, as that's what really got me hooked. The movement systems are really engaging, along with the different styles of guns to use. Combining these two things together makes a really fun game. However, it gets held back due to length and lack of content. Before I begin, however, I will mention that this is a spoiler-free review, mostly due to the story being simplified, but regardless, no spoilers in the ending of her secret ending. To summarize, Earth is invaded by the G3 cartel to capture humanity and use them as drugs. You are the only one that can save Earth and your parents from being enslaved. You find the Gatlians, that are alien space creatures that can talk to you and also serve as your weapons. And that's about it. The story isn't really its strong suit, or at least for the first game. The main dish really consists of the combat, the platforming, and the boss battles. I have to say, the combat really feels engaging with all the guns, and it can reward certain playstyles. For example, when you first unlock Sweezy, the gun that's practically the Halo Needler, if you shoot a lot of the crystals into an enemy, and then stab them with Knifey, the knife which also serves as a grappling hook, but I'll get to it later, all the crystals explode, causing major damage. You can also do this by detonating the crystals by shooting a large charge shot, or by exploding her time bubble. Kenny at first is just a normal pistol, however if you shoot a glob shot at a G3, you can shoot at enemies mid-air and juggle them. Each of the four main guns feels distinctive, but still engaging. Combine this while they talk to you, and it feels like they're practically another side character that joins you on the quest. The movement also feels nice too. Constantly crouch sliding, ziplining, and jetpack hovering not only makes platforming more diverse and complicated, it also enhances combat too, making you have to dodge attacks coming from all angles. Now combine these two things together and implement them into platforming. Every Gatling special ability has some sort of platforming mechanic. For example, Sweezy's time bubble can be placed on or around objects and can have them go into slow motion. Kenny's glob shot can also be used to move platforms in a different direction, and these platforms can also send you flying if you stand on them. Knifey is also used as your grappling hook, and you're able to climb onto or rope swing off of almost all the objects in the game. I hate to make this comparison, but the game feels very Doom-esque with all the running and gunning action, ripping and tearing for every G3 unit that comes in your way. With that being said, it feels like a lot of wasted potential. The game is really fun, however it only lasts around 10 hours. I'm glad I could finally complete a game for once, but it really feels like it would have benefited from being a bit longer and having more content. More Gatlians, bosses, and a few new worlds would make the game feel complete and make it worth a $60 price tag. However, the game is very creative, from all the ads playing on the TV scattered in space, to even being able to watch old cheesy horror movie films in full length. The game does feel like a fun time, even when the fun time is only for a while. There are some things I can mention that did impact my experience, however. Enemy diversity is very slim, only coming across 10 or so total enemies in the game with no variations between planets. For example, the short grunt, the regular sized grunt, the sniper, the big grunt with the rocket launcher, and a lot of casual enemies I've seen in games before. It would be nice to see some different color variations depending on what world you're in, or even possibly new types of enemies too. Due to the game being very short, it means your time with the cast is also very short. Especially short for Creature, by far my favorite Gatlian. He shoots at what is essentially baby Meeseeks that hunt down the G3. The pink Meeseeks in the middle can also mind control G3 units as well. On top of that, he's a very chill and level-headed Gatlian. I unfortunately picked him up on my 5th bounty, making my time with him only 1.5 levels long before the boss. On top of this, the game has a lot of problems running. Despite my 3080 graphics card, I could barely run a game on 1080. While I know this isn't that big of a deal, I bought all these PC parts and accessories for a reason, to play games in 4K, so High on Life suffering from frame drops and screen tearing is pretty unfortunate. It could be something wrong with my computer, but I doubt it. I recommend you get High on Life through Game Pass as it's free on there, and even if you aren't subscribed, it really just costs $1 to subscribe for a month, which is more than enough time to play the full game. I made the unfortunate mistake of buying this game at full price and then subbing to Game Pass a couple of days later. If you want to buy the game, wait for a sale, as while the game is good, it doesn't feel as complete as a regularly priced AAA game. I still had a lot of fun with my time with the game, and I think you will too. With that being said, this concludes the video, but before I go, I want to talk about where I've been and the plans for the future of this channel. I've had throat problems for the past week or so, and I really couldn't record anything. Combined with the holiday season, this made my schedule pretty busy. As my subscribers know, I've been covering Multiverses for a while now. Instead of again getting new updates, I've really suffered burnout with playing platform fighting games in general. I know I said I wanted to upload twice a week, but it's pretty impossible due to me having to work and doing college at the same time. So with that being said, I want to direct my content into more of a broad video essay format, similar to the video you're watching now. I want to try to upload every other Wednesday, and I'll be talking about video games, anime, or whatever I want to talk about. I still feel passionate about wanting to do YouTube, and I hope my subscribers stick around as I have big plans for the future of this channel. Eventually I'll come back to platform fighters in some shape or form, but for now I want to expand my platform to bigger horizons. So to summarize real quick, I'm scrapping the 2 uploads a week schedule, changing my content into more video essays about subjects I want to talk about, and I'll try to upload every other Wednesday if I can. I'll also be working on longer projects too, as that's something I've wanted to do for a long time. I've also been considering a Let's Play channel that will feature my friends, so that's still in the works. That being said, have a good day everyone, I'll see you guys in the next upload.